Ladies and gentlemen, a shed update. And a couple videos ago, I went to it's a figure show here in Tulsa called the HMS NEO, the Historical Miniature Society of Northeastern Oklahoma. It's a figure show. I would say it's modeled after the Chicago show, the Atlanta, Georgia show. It's pretty much very similar. It's a I want to say adult-oriented type of venue. There is very few like teenagers getting into the hobby, but it's a different atmosphere. If you ever go to a figure show, I highly recommend it, at least for the experience, even an enter. And they always put on a very good show, and the vendor room is one of my favorite places to stop. So we'll have to touch on it just a little bit today because I got a lot more. We still got to go through a bunch of other stuff. So, first thing I picked up, we'll do it this way. I picked up the Monogram, and I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong. Merite, it's probably a different pronounce. These are white metal, 54 millimeter, 1/32 scale figures. These were made in 1968, and they had quite a few of them. I picked them all. Picked up all that he had. There's actually 24 figures in a set on these, and I do not own them. And I've always been wanting to try to acquire some, but they just usually they get sold out pretty quick. Now they're very cheap. That's how they come in. I want to say cheap as in late 60s molding, because they are white metal. They're pretty basic. Probably hard to see with the light, but they're just unique subjects. I mean, it's one of those little rabbit hole kits that you get into, and you're like, should I get into it? And me, yes, And they were all complete. I couldn't believe it. And who's that? Japanese infantry, British infantry, and if I can find it, a couple of them were already open, but most of them all were bags. So we got the Camel Corps, which I do have some camels upstairs to go with them. German officer, Africa Corps infantry. Was this the one? Nope. Now see, most of them are, they are old kits, so they're loose like that. Some were bagged. Not that one. Yeah, this one. The German officer. Something you don't get to see every day, and that is a sealed one. I couldn't believe it. I don't know if that's actually factory sealed, because I've never really seen these up close, but or they sealed it themselves. But I thought, well, it's unique. And last but not least, the American Pioneers Rogers Rangers. Now they were unique. To me, they were unique subjects, and plus that's late 60s, 70s. Era type, miniature figures. That's kind of I want to say the subject matter they were heavily in, but odd stuff anyway. And they're in good shape. Boxes are good shape. I have 7 out of the 24, so hopefully maybe one day I'll have the complete set, or we'll either just have 7 in the shed. We'll be happy to have it. So we're adding Monogram Merites to the art. And well, there's a model kit that I wanted for a very long time, and the shed also wanted it as well, and I couldn't believe it's there. I was at the vendor table telling them I want this kit, and everyone's standing around me, and that is Hysterex Lady Godiva. And you get Lady and her horse. Now, again, you know, she does ride her little horse there. Again, I couldn't believe it. It was actually steel sealed. This one should go upstairs with the figures, but I'm going to put Lady Godiva downstairs somewhere, because she is Lady Godiva. And this was one of those kits that I saw one time on the internet and didn't even know it existed, and I had to have one. I tried looking up on eBay, but they had one like in another, I'm gonna say UK, and you know, getting it over here and price and everything. But I waited and waited and waited, but we got Lady Godiva, which I couldn't believe it. You know, and I do have some Hysterectomy kits, but I didn't have her. And it's also, I'm also looking for who made it? You can get Adam and Eve, but they're supposed to be like for sculpting kits, but I want the figures for the Adam and Eve part, just because Adam and Eve, the art, you know, just thinking outside the box. But anyway, Lady Godiva, a lot of people don't know that, and I was late to the show because they opened up a little earlier, and that's already been gone. But anyway, we're adding Lady Godiva to the art. Well, I'll say a touchy subject, kinda. There's one figure in here that I do not own till now, and that is Adolf Hitler. This is Warriors 1/35 scale, and very hard to find, for me anyway, Hitler kits. You can get them in 35th, 32nd, 54 millimeter, 1/12 scale, 1/16 scale, and you can probably get bigger, but they're very, very hard to find. And I was going through the boxes of discounted figures at the show, and Lord and behold, he was there. I'll tell you, well, I'll share a little story. I was at a figure show. A guy had built-ups, and he passed away, and his wife came and was selling built-up model kits. Well, he painted up Hitler, and I can't remember if it was this size or 24th or 54, I don't remember. But he collected 1/6 scale 12-inch G.I. Joes, and she wanted to get rid of them, and I was there buying all the dolls, and he was on the table. So I walked back around. I always make a loop, and I was like, I'll pick him up after I make my round. And second round I came back, he was gone. So that was like, you know, 6, 7, 10 years ago, and Lord and behold, we have another one. So anyway, it's a sculpted, really, it's warrior kits are really good, but it's one of those you know, stuff you don't see. And even Sprue Brothers sold that at one time. But anyway, we're adding, this is you know, stuff you don't see, and I like the I want to say oddities. So we're adding good old Adolf to the art. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a few more figure kits, which we'll have to go into a little more detail in the next couple of videos. And plus, I got tanks here that we gotta take care of. We got a few mix match kits, which I'll do a video on those. And what else is in the goodie bag? Oh, stuff, well, you know, like we got to talk about, you know, Black Dog, which I'll say this, you know, everyone knows why I bought that kit. And mostly at the figure show, except for Adolf, you know, all I bought was female kits, left and right. And we'll talk about those in the next one, because gotta get these out of the way, get them put up, and do some more. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Ecstatic, adding a classic, and most importantly, we're adding Lady Godiva, which I'll have to try to find me a bigger kit, Lady Godiva, to add to the art. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for next exciting episode.